Waiting to see this going live here. This morning I wanted to share a little bit, piggyback on what I talked about yesterday with you guys. If you didn't see the video that I posted yesterday, please do go back and scroll, or you can actually just go to my YouTube channel and check it out there. But I got quite a bit of feedback and several different texts and messages regarding that video, so I wanted to touch base about what to do if you are there, if that's where you are, and like how we can transmute this and get to a different place. Most of the comments that I got and or prayer requests for situations going on in families, marriages, and what have you. There's just a lot going on, and I had already had quite a lot going on. And just obviously the world is going through quite a bit of realignment, just assimilating. So I wanted to talk to you about a few things. If and when the feelings are coming up, please make sure that you are fully expressing those feelings and actually giving yourself permission to feel the feelings. If we don't go ahead and feel the feelings and feel the hell out of them, literally, then your limbic system, which is right here behind your frontal lobe, acts as a librarian, and it takes that and it basically puts it in a place. It stores it in the body, in the cells, in the muscles, in or the organs, and it can stay dormant. If it's not defragged, normally your defrag time is between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. if you're sleeping. And if you're not processing or defragging that, then it stores on the body, and it could stay dormant wherever it's stored until you actually deal with it. And if you don't deal with it, it will show up later with dis-ease and some sort of symptoms. I know there are a lot of programs out there that would make it easy for you to just keep going and suppress, depress, oppress the feelings and not feel them. But that's not your highest. I'm telling you, trust me. That's the fastest way to cause more problems, and they don't go away. There's still an energy to it. So if they're not dealt with, if they're not transmuted, that wherever it's stored still has an energy. So if it's fear or anger or bitterness, there's still an energy to that, whether it's stored or not. And that goes into your biofield, and then you just start collecting more things that are fearful and angry and hateful or whatever, and then so you'll just keep getting more rounds until it's dealt with and or it comes up in dis-ease. Robert Tennyson Stevens, who's a great teacher and friend, he always encouraged expression. Expression and creativity is the total opposite of depression, suppression, and oppression. And again, it is not your highest to store these feelings or push down these feelings and hope that they just go away or get better, because they don't. It comes back to haunt you. Now, regarding yesterday specifically, and where we're at right now, there's a lot of things going on in the planet. Even the Schumann was off the charts. They had several whiteouts yesterday starting like 8 o'clock and throughout the day, and I can put a chart down in the comments to show you where we're at. But I wanted to tell you a few ways that things will come up for you, so you could be more awake and aware that when they're coming up, then you could just go, oh, well, this is what that is. I have like 7 different ways that we can see where we're at, and or ways that things will come to the surface. Number 1, polarization. Anything that's just like completely crazy out there, out of the norm, can cause people to see and or figure out that something's going up, something's out of sorts. Number 2 is triggers. Triggers can be a result of polarization, but it can also be a result of maybe people that you use to trigger you, smells, events. There's a lot of different things that can cause triggers, memories, that kind of thing. Number 3 is time. There are cyclical time periods which can cause loops if we're not careful, and we can get caught back up in the loop and just do it over and keep going around the mountain. So a lot of times, you know, if it was 5 years ago or 10 years ago, you may not even be aware it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, but your body knows. Your body keeps track and record. And so number 4 is symptoms or dis-ease. Like I said, something can be in your body, it starts to come up, you start having symptoms, maybe in a knee or a liver or whatever, and all of a sudden you got to go to the doctor because you're having these symptoms, or you choose to go to the doctor. And we're not really taught necessarily that symptoms equate to things that have been stored in the body, and that this is time to move it out. Instead, we are just told, go to the doctor, get something for pain. And that just turns off the pain, but it doesn't release and transmute the dis-ease. So we want to get to the root and transmute it. So anytime you're having any kind of symptoms, then that's an aha to know, hey, something's coming up that's ready to be transmuted if I deal with it correctly and I express it correctly. Number 5, like I talked about, is the Schumann resonance. The Schumann, when it spikes, it can cause all kinds of things. Some people get crazy dreams. Some people have major anxiety. It spikes on the planet, and it actually has an effect on us on a cellular level because we are electric. And so when that electric spike comes on, the animals feel it, the nature feels it, the whole earth feels it, and of course our bodies would feel it. So we can use that to our advantage, because when those spikes happen, it actually pushes up things that have been stored, and it gives us the opportunity to do something with that. Number 6 is dreams. A lot of times things will come up in your dreams, and God can just heal and transmute everything right through a dream, which is freaking awesome. That's my favorite kind. Solomon went to sleep, and when he woke up, he had impartation to be the wisest guy ever. So all kinds of things can happen in dreams, including transmuting things, healing, impartation. And number 7 is meditation or daily reflection. That is a big one, and probably the easiest one, if we could just take time and slow down every now and then to just see where we're at and evaluate ourselves, judge ourselves, look at, ways that we can adjust and or respond instead of react, and make adjustments according to that. Rosh Hashanah starts tonight at sundown, and this is the perfect time for anybody to look within and see, what do I believe in? What am I standing up for? Where am I? Where are some things that I can make some shifts? What are some new habits and or choices that I can make that will give me new outcomes? Sometimes a lot of people will fast during this time of Rosh Hashanah, and I encourage anybody who wants to do that to do that. I'm actually going to do that too. So those are some things, and I wanted to give you this scripture, not necessarily for anything having to do with religion, but just spirit and decoding. Song of Songs 2:4. What is written in most translations is, "He has brought me to his banquet hall, and his banner over me is love." It's not what it says. It's interesting and it's pretty, but it's not what it says. The real interpretation in the Strong's is 935 is one of them. To go into, to come into, to pass or to attain, to bring to pass. That sounds like it's something that we're doing on our own. We can be led or have a gut feeling or just go down that road but it says we come to pass, we attain the wine house, the dwelling habitation, the family house. That's from Strong's 3196 and 1004. The wine house. What is the wine house? The wine house, if you look it up, symbolically, the wine house is a place of both blessing and judgment. So depending on where you're at, that could be good or bad. We have, people think of judgment and they think, oh my God, this is terrible. They're going to be judged. But judgment can be good if you're in the right side of energy and the right side of love. People go to courts all the time and they get judgments for them. So, and trust me, we have a good judge. We have a very awesome judge, and we can judge ourselves. Then we can get ahead of that and not have to worry about anything negative. If we're constantly looking and reflecting at where we're at, then we won't have any kind of negative judgment, because we'll just be self-reflecting and doing the highest. And anyway, go into the wine house, or attain and go into the wine house, a place of judgment, a place of blessing and judgment. And then it says, and his banner, that's 1714, and his banner, which is not his banner, it can be, but back in the day, in the context of banner, they had flags that they would hold on that would represent their truth, and it actually just says standard. The standard over me, it says, and over is not over, it's actually is, it's 5912, is. His banner, or the standard, the banner or the standard, is above, beyond, together with love. So the standard is love. The plumb line is love. And as we stay and as we reflect and as we look into where we are, and we use the plumb line or the standard as love, then we are going to be doing some great things. It's a great way to get some new outcomes. And again, new choices will change the biofield, because it changes the code, and then we get new outcome, which becomes the new income. So that's about it. I wanted to tell you to, if anyone wants to fast, let me know. I have a couple interviews coming up with Jen Mccarty and Kerry Cassidy this next Thursday and the Thursday after. These guys are new people I've not interviewed before. They are very knowledgeable on a lot of different things that we're going to talk about. They may use different language than some of you have heard before, and that's on purpose and okay. Cross collaboration and cross pollination is required in this season, and I just encourage you to sign up for that. They're free, and to have an open mind and an open heart about what they're saying. Also, for more information, you can always go to my website, swiftfire.org, and then you can get my book, The Science of Miracles, that talks a lot more about what this is. So I encourage you to subscribe and to get the book and to keep up with it. So in conclusion, 3 things today. Number 1, express. You can express through creativity, through your voice your choice. Very, very important to go ahead and defrag, transmute whatever it is that you're feeling. Do not push it down. Do not be afraid. Do not, don't keep coming around the mountain. This is the time to go ahead and transmute whatever is coming up and touch it with love, and just love yourself unconditionally. Because when we suppress, depress, oppress ourselves, that is unconditional love towards ourselves, by not loving yourself no matter what you're feeling. It's important to have self-love and unconditional love for yourself. Number 2, this is a great time of reflection. So look deep within yourself. It's an inside job, and see where you're at, what your beliefs are. Do you have any strongholds or illusions that need tweaking? Open yourself up and look deep And the last thing would be make any adjustments that need to be made. This is a great time for those adjustments. If you've ever seen the movie Adjustment Bureau, that is awesome. Like, every single choice creates a ripple effect and changes timelines all over. This is the way we change timelines. We can change timelines. You can change timelines. And as we make those choices on a collective, we can actually shift this entire world. It only takes a few. So it takes all of us, meaning every cell within us. And yet it only takes a few to actually shift the whole world. So anyway, hope you guys are doing great. I'm going to give you one really cool shot of the ocean while we're here, because we were in the middle of a Category 2 hurricane just a couple days ago, and all of a sudden the sun is out and things are looking pretty again. Let me show you so you can see. There's even dolphins out here. Talk about a cool energy. Some of you guys have been out here with me before, but anyway, love all of you guys. If you didn't see the video yesterday, check it out, and please share and follow and subscribe and all of that mess, and give somebody a hug today. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.